Okay, so let's get started. Here I have some lovely citrus. I've got limes, lemons, and oranges, which are some of the more popular citrus fruits. So the first thing you need to do is remove those pesky stickers and give the citrus a nice rinsey poo in the sink, and you're good to go. Fortunately, I've already done that with these right here, so we can dive right in. The first tip is to warm up your citrus before using it. This is especially important if it's been in the refrigerator. You can do this a handful of ways. You can simply leave it out on the counter for a while before you use it. You could use warm water when you rinse it off, or you could even microwave it. With a single lemon like this, maybe about 20 seconds. You're just looking to warm it up a bit, not cook it. And the reason you want to warm up your citrus is that it damages the cell walls, which makes it easier to get the juices and oils out. If you're using an industrial juicer, this might not matter, but since most home chefs are just using their muscles, this tip helps. The next thing you do is roll the citrus. No, not like that. Push down on it, apply some downward pressure, and roll it like this. This also helps get more juice out, and it brings the oils to the surface of the citrus. This makes it especially important if you're using the zest. You can just smell it. Speaking of which, the first thing we're going to teach you about is zesting. If you're going to zest, it is wise to do it before you cut the citrus. It's much easier that way. This here is called a zester, or grater. This specific brand is called Microplane, and it's probably the most popular brand. It's just like a cheese grater, but with smaller holes. Not only is it a great tool for zesting, but it's also good for ginger, garlic, nutmeg, and Parmesan, among other things. You may wonder, when would I use citrus zest? Well, zest is a great way of adding the flavor of citrus without the acidity that the juice has. So there are times when you'd want to add zest, times when you'd want to add juice, and times when you want to add both.
Here are some examples of when to use citrus zest. As you may be able to tell, it can be used in all kinds of food. Grate it on top of your rice to get an extra level of flavor. Add to a sauce just before it's done to brighten it up a little. Or put it on top of your protein before you cook it, especially fish. It goes great to balance out rich desserts like cheesecake, or a rich creamy pasta dish. And of course, veggies also love them some citrus zest.
Alright, now let's talk about how to zest. It's actually really simple. All you do is hold the microplane in one hand and the citrus in the other. Then apply a little pressure and slide the citrus back and forth along the zester. If you want, you can plant the zester vertically so it's a little more stable. Or if you want to see the zest, you can hold the zester facing up. Regardless of which way you hold it, you'll want to rotate the citrus as you zest to get all of the zest off. You'll start to see that where you've zested it will get a little lighter. You don't want it to be all the way white because then you will be zesting the pith, which can be bitter. You can see there that I have a good amount of zest here and on the cutting board, so I'll call it good for now. If you have some zest inside of the zester, just give it a couple of pops or taps to get it out. And if you still have some stuck, you can use your finger, but be careful because if you go against the blade, you can cut yourself, especially on the outside of the zester. That's it for the zest, so let's just move it to the side. By the way, zest can clump together when you do it like this, so if you want a better distribution, zest directly onto where you want it.